Hello friends, and welcome to the second season of W-EPS The Beak. We are excited to bring you the 5th episode and hope you enjoy.
We would love to update you on the latest at EPS. I'm Mary Nichols.
And I'm Anna Heilhecker.
First, we'd like to cover a very important topic, one that can save lives.
That's right, Mary. Blood drives save millions of lives every year because of people's generous donations.
Let's have Mateo Kirstein inform us on how our National Honor Society students help with the blood drive.
American Red Cross blood drives are held several times a year. The donated blood goes to hospitals and blood banks, where it is used to save hundreds of lives across the United States. Elgin Public Schools hosts the blood drive twice every year. This year, the blood drive was held on Wednesday, December 12th in the EPS gym. Greg Wemhoff, Elgin Public's principal, plays a key role in setting up the blood drives. Prior to the event, he and the members of the National Honor Society began their work.
Each time we host a blood drive, I get a list of past donors in the area, and we go through our call list and just go down the list and make phone calls that night on about a week before blood drive.
While Wemhoff does not know how long the blood drives have been hosted, he is confident that they have been successful, as the goal that the Red Cross set last year was matched and surpassed.
We've always had very good turnouts, even when the weather is bad. Last year the weather was not very good for us. Each time we do it, the American Red Cross sets a goal for us, and our goal last year was 74 units, and we surpassed that goal. We had 80 units last year during the December drive.
According to Wemhoff, his NHS members are rewarded for the hard work they put in before and on the day of the event. The Red Cross offers the opportunity to be considered for a scholarship in return for their hard work. According to senior NHS member Kira Widger, National Honor Society members are responsible for a number of tasks.
During the blood drives, the National Honor Society generally takes care of the front desk. So they're in charge of checking people in, making sure they have their donor cards, making sure they read through the pamphlet about all of the precautions that need to be taken before donating and during and after your donation. And then they make sure they're hydrated, so they offer drinks and beforehand before they go in. I've helped with escorting, which is after a person has donated, you just walk them to the food table, basically to make sure if they get dizzy, you're there to catch them if they fall.
Physical education teacher Michael Becker feels that giving blood is a kindness that can be repaid towards him.
Just think, if I had a family member that needed blood to help them with their situation, health problems that they would have, I would be devastated if there wasn't that supply to help them. So I try to flip that around and think about those other people that might need it or have family members that need it, and do what I can to hopefully help them out.
However, he also believes that one should not donate at every available opportunity if it could hamper one's health or hold them back from an activity.
I think there's a time and a place for it. Obviously, people that are maybe in athletic activities right now, I would say that now's not the time to do it, because it does take a while before your red blood cells are ready to, remade and back to being healthy again. But the people that are maybe out of season or not in athletics, I think it's a great opportunity to help people out, whether it's just here locally in your own community or nationwide.
Kira Widger, as well as Wemhoff and Becker, supports the cause and encourage others to do the same.
Absolutely. I would definitely encourage others to give blood. One is you're saving more than one life with one donation. You can save several lives with a single donation. It doesn't take that much time if your donation goes very smoothly. You're in and out of there in maybe 20 minutes.
Great job, EPS and Elgin community members, for doing your part.
Thank you, Mateo, and thank you to the National Honor Society students and everyone who donated.
Next, we'd like to spill the beans on how we've become more advanced in our studio.
Olivia Lindgren will give you some insight on the Media Arts Career Day we attended at Northeast Community College.
How long does it take to make your broadcast? How do you get those letters to do that? Those who aren't involved in journalism often have a lot of questions. However, even the journalism class still has some questions. They were able to learn the answers to some of those questions at the Media Arts Career Day. The event was held Thursday, November 29th at Northeast Community College. Upon arrival, the group reported to the Cox Activity Center for registration. Following a brief welcome, they were divided into groups. Each group rotated through 3 different sessions: graphic design, filming and editing, and audio and broadcasting. During these sessions, they were able to adjust sound, act in a short film, watch the editing process, and create movie posters. Following lunch, the participants viewed the movies and movie posters. The day was filled with a lot of hands-on experience and fun. According to Dr. Wade Hurley, Dean of Business and Technology, members of these programs have been looking for a way to get more kids interested in media arts. That is why the event was held.
The Media Career Day is actually new for this year. We made it more specific for this year. Prior we had some other areas that were involved. We decided to go, I guess, more specific with it, and that allowed us to hopefully elevate the quality of the day and the experience for the students.
Senior Anna Heilhecker's favorite parts of the day was viewing the movies.
I'd say when we had to watch the videos together of all the ones that we created as groups, they were pretty funny.
Heilhecker learned a lot that she didn't know about audio recording.
When the guy sang, we learned the different levels of the sounds, like when he played the 2 different guitars and then him singing.
Senior Garrett Bank enjoyed the day and only had one suggestion for improvement.
I would change the part where they taught us a little bit about the audio editing software stuff that you could do, because they just kind of sent us off after giving us a little bit of information and told us to mess around with some of the buttons and stuff, and it was kind of an awkward silence for a good 5 minutes.
Junior Corey Romay feels the day was valuable as a journalism student.
I would describe it as a whole bunch of technology. That's why we went there for our journalism class. Basically, it just taught us how to film from different perspectives.
Senior Kara Widger's favorite part of the day was making the mini movie.
They separated us into different groups. We got to film a little mini movie with the people in our group, and they just kind of showed us how to put everything together.
In conjunction with the day, NECC also awarded 2 scholarships. Names were drawn from the group of participants, and each received a $1,000 tuition waiver. Widger was one of the lucky winners. The journalism students enjoyed the day, and many would go again if given the opportunity. It was a fun learning experience that showed them how a little work goes a long ways. It was a great experience for all of us, and I hope many others have the opportunity to attend on future dates.
Most definitely. Thank you, Olivia. I think it's time for a snack.
Me too, which reminds me of the Foods and Nutrition class that always leaves an appetizing aroma lingering in the hallway. Didn't you write a story on that?
Yes, and I'd love to share that with you. All schools pride themselves on making sure all students are college and career ready. However, sometimes there are other skills where students need some training. Elgin Public Schools offers a Foods and Nutrition class to help inform students on proper rules and skills to cooking. It also focuses on nutritional information. The class is a semester-long class taught by guidance counselor Sonia Richer. Richer assigns the students a certain food to cook, and each student has the task of cooking or baking the food, whether by themselves or in groups. There is also homework on paper they must complete to teach them nutritional facts about the food. Richer feels some students had plenty to learn while others were already very skilled in the kitchen.
They came in with varying levels of experience in a kitchen.
Senior Leslie Nichols didn't believe she experienced many difficulties because of her previous kitchen experience.
The stuff that we've made, I've either made before or it's pretty common, so I haven't really struggled with it.
Senior Brianna Carr is a student in Foods and Nutrition and has enjoyed the experience. Before the class, Carr knew lots about cooking, but there was one rule she didn't know.
Yeah, on how to properly hold a chef's knife.
Richard doesn't believe she was all that skilled in the kitchen either at her student's age.
I didn't know a lot back then, but I did have experience in the kitchen.
Richard hopes to encourage more students to take this class in the future to teach them basic life skills.
I come from an English background, foods and nutrition, and facts is not my background, but I've come to love it a lot because of the basics that kids need to have when they go off to college and have some experience in the kitchen and knowing how to eat healthy.
Carr believes she will continue to bake after taking this class because of her fondness for it.
I love to bake, and I love decorating what I bake.
Junior Cade Heidoff believes the class was well worth his time.
The class was fun.
Some highlights of the semester were the salsa cook-off and the Halloween baking championship. The faculty members helped determine the winners, and students were treated to some leftover treats. Cake decorator Jenny Fangman also visited the class during the semester to provide some decorating tips. Foods and Nutrition is a highly recommended class by current students who believe the hands-on experience is well worth their while. The short class helps prepare a few aspects of a student's life for the future.
Well, thank you, Anna, but now I do really need a snack.
You know what season it is?
No, what's that?
Speech season, the season when kids must get out of their comfort zone to entertain others.
Grace Richard is going to give us the inside scoop on the season.
Most people find it odd to see others talking to walls. However, here at EPS, it's about to become a normal occurrence. The 2019 speech season is underway here at Elgin Public School. With experienced coaches, Stacey Shumei-Ken going on her 15th year and Jessie Reisman her 11th year, the speech season is aiming for success. Co-coach Reisman has many expectations for the season.
We have a lot of new kids this year, and so for them, it's just to introduce them into speech, getting comfortable in presenting in front of others, seeing growth throughout the year. But my veterans, I like to win. I like to win a lot.
Having success in the past, Hunter Reisman is a senior veteran who has gained much from speech. Reisman enjoys many aspects of speech.
You can be yourself and you don't have to worry about impressing other people or doing something a certain way. You can kind of let loose and not hold anything back and just be as outgoing as you can.
Along with Reisman, senior Bree Carr has gained confidence in her years of speech.
Speech really has gotten me out of my comfort zone and gotten me up and speaking more.
Freshman Norman Grothy is looking at speech as a valuable opportunity.
Because it'll help me in the future.
Freshman Riley Vidamos is very eager to begin her speech career and has little to no nerves for the season.
If you work and you're committed to it, then it's pretty easy.
With the larger group of 16 this year, Shumei-Ken expects the older kids to step up and take on a leadership role. This year, she hopes the younger kids will develop a love for speech.
I think it helps kids develop confidence. A lot of times in the classroom we have students who are afraid to get up in front of the class and even present a simple project. And so when you have kids go into speech, they're asked to do a lot of things that really make them step outside their comfort zone. And I think a lot of times that really increases confidence, especially when they have some success with it.
The first meet will be held Friday, February 8th at Lindsay Holy Family.
You know what speech season means, Mary?
This means that we are halfway done with our senior year.
It's about time.
That's right. Senioritis is in the air, and Hunter Reisman is here to tell us about it.
Each school year, a contagious disease infects the lives of our student body, but more specifically, the seniors. This terrible disease is senioritis. Our teacher, Rita Heidoff, defines senioritis as a mental state where students believe they are ahead of their time.
That's when seniors think they should be out of school long before they are and don't think they have to work anymore.
Heidoff is proud of the lack of senioritis in our students thus far.
It's been a really good bunch this year, and I have mostly seniors, and haven't really heard much of anything yet.
She also feels the severity of senioritis varies.
It depends on the student in the class. Some kids, it gets to be a real problem. They just don't want to work and they shut down. Some of them sooner than others, but it can be a real attitude problem.
On the other hand, business teacher Eric Milner believes senioritis is a minimal issue and hopes students do look forward in life.
It is an issue, but I would call it a small one just because you should always be excited about the future. I think overall, it's a small issue, day-to-day type stuff, but really it's not a big deal. I'm just glad to see students excited.
Milner is happy students are looking forward to the future, but hopes they stay committed to their schoolwork.
Best thing to do is just yes, summer's coming, you know, seniors going to real life scenarios is coming, that's exciting, but just do the best you can to stay focused. Maybe ask your parents for advice, teachers for advice, but for the most part, you just got to have a one-track mind, get your priorities right, and get your work done.
Guidance counselor Sonia Richer believes there are telltale signs and symptoms of senioritis.
Oh, different signs and symptoms include some apathy towards assignments, some disinterest in school at this level, some anxiousness about going on to the next part of their life.
Richer suggests students live in the present rather than the future.
Just try to remember to live in this moment and appreciate what you're learning at that time. It's kind of hard because you know that you want a different path, so your interests are different, your passions are ready to be pursued, so try to find places that you can do that and really enjoy the time and appreciate that it's less stress right now actually, so just live in the moment.
Senior Allison Wimhoff finds herself with a full schedule, and it is catching up with her.
Yeah, I have a lot going on with scholarships and then basketball, and I'm kind of putting a lot of stuff off right now.
Wimhoff feels thinking about the future brings on senioritis a little.
The idea of like preparing for my future and like starting to decide what I want to do.
Senior Anna Heilhecker has a distinct definition for senioritis.
Senioritis is wanting to move on to the next stage of your life instead of focusing on the now.
Fellow senior Kira Widger knows senioritis has impacted her daily routine.
I think it makes it a tiny bit harder to wake up in the morning.
Widger states one key component is essential in battling senioritis.
Coffee. A lot of coffee.
Widger believes senior year carries more value than other years.
I think my favorite part of being a senior would just be the fact that everything matters more because everything you go through, you realize that it's your last time doing it, and so everything becomes so much more sentimental.
Senior Mary Nichols feels she has been exposed to the senioritis virus.
Yes, but not like an extreme amount. I would much rather not do anything for the last 5 months than do a lot of homework, but I know that it'll pay off.
Nichols uses possible future success as motivation.
I just think about like what I'm going to do after high school and that it'll pay off, so I just kind of deal with it.
Senior Matteo Kirstein, future writer and possible comedian, sees senioritis as a joke to humanity. Because of this, he claims he battles senioritis in an unusual way.
Well, push-ups, pull-ups, plenty of milk.
Kirstein links the conspiracy of senioritis to other possible diseases.
Well, aside from huffing and puffing up the stairs as I walk, which may or may not be connected, I have yet to figure that one out, it does make it a bit harder to get work done.
Good luck, EPS seniors. We have 1 semester down and 1 to go.
It sounds like most of the seniors are ready to wrap up the year.
I know I am ready, but we do need to remember that there's plenty of the year left.
And plenty of time for more fun-filled episodes of The Beak. Thank you all for joining us, and we hope to see you all again soon.
Please check out our newsletter and be sure to follow us on Twitter.
I am Anna Heilhecker.
And I'm Mary Nichols.
Keep up to date on the latest news at W-EPS.
On air.
In print. In the know.
Sir?
Yes.
You gotta get out of the vehicle.
Why is that?
You're driving with a blindfold on.
Yes, sir.
And I'm being a police officer for one, but you gotta get out.
All right, sir. Is there a search warrant?
Yep, right here.
Oh. I can't see anything, so.
You out of the way?
Yeah.
All right, come with me.
Sir, this is unacceptable.
You're good to go.
Thank you.